Super stoked to bring you another review today, this time of Arteza's Twimarkers 48 set. Tippy McGee and I are chilling in my studio. I have the full range of colors from this marker set, which I'm going to show you in a second. So yeah, Tippy's my little co-host today, and we are just chilling out in the studio. I have all the markers set out in front of me. We have a swatch pad, the Fun Fab swatch pad that I'm going to be taking a page out of today to do some color swatching. I already tested a bunch of Arteza products and I'm excited to show you these. Now in this pack of 48, we are going to have 7 oranges. They give you 7 pinks, which is fantastic. You're gonna have 3 yellows, 3 reds, 6 purples, an exciting range of 9 green, which is pretty awesome, as well as 9 blue, which is also awesome because those are cool colors that I use quite a bit. And then you get 1 black and 2 gray. So I'm using my new Fun Fab swatch pad that I created with my ladies in the old Facebook group. And today's picture is by Rose Dosher. Thanks, Rose, for your beautiful floral collection for us to be color swatching today. And I just go up to my printer and I print it out on either cardstock or inkjet watercolor paper, depending on the medium that I am testing. First, I'm going to test these out for water solubility because they are water soluble, which means if you add water to them, they will become water solubles. No, they'll become watercolors. So what I noticed was, first of all, they have a nice broad tip on one end. Well, not broad, but like a lovely brush tip. And on the other side, it's like a seriously teeny weeny little fine liner. It's like kind of the best of both worlds. What I noticed was that if I colored on my watercolor paper and let it sit for a bit, it would become less water soluble or less reactive to the water. And when I applied water when it was still really wet and fresh, it would actually move really easily with the water. So through my color swatching experiments on Rose's lovely paper, I just noticed that the brushes really were very juicy. There's a lot of inks in these. They flow really well. None of my markers were dry. Really, really great range of colors. So I was very excited to test these out. I love to take water soluble markers with me when I travel because they fit into amazingly small spaces, and because they're water soluble, you don't have to use water to activate them, but you can and get really cool, exciting effects. So this is my little travel journal. I just collaged some vintage paper in there and then covered it with gesso. That way when I'm doing illustrations like this with my markers on my train ride from London to Edinburgh, then I can just add a little water from a water brush and have like these lively illustrations. And then what I do is I let that layer dry, and then I go in and I add another layer over it and keep it dry. So that way you have this layered effect. So there you go. I'm using the fine liner tip of one of the darker colors over the water activated under layers, and you just have these robust mini illustrations that you get all this effect from just one marker. So hugely impressed. Totally recommend. Between the color selection and their performance and the options to use them wet or dry, you really absolutely cannot go wrong. You can stick all 48 into a small pouch and have, the endless combinations to deal with. It's really cool. So these are the markers that I just was talking about. There's a link in below to these products. In addition to that one, I'm going to also talk briefly about Arteza's other markers that they sent to me, the Inkonic Fineliners and their alcohol markers, and you'll see this in other separate reviews for those individual products, but you can combine all of these products together because the alcohol in the alcohol markers, which is what I'm using here, doesn't activate the water-based ink that's in their other 2 fine liners and the markers that I was reviewing today. So when you put them together, you can make seriously amazing illustrations. So again, I will put a link to my playlist and my other product reviews for Arteza, and you can see like the slower versions of these illustrations kind of come to life. But just know, like, the possibilities with these are seriously awesome and impactful, and combining these 3 products together, you can make some really stunning results. So hopefully this was helpful. Check the description box for links to the products as well as to your coupon, and have a great day.